It's finally here, the MI-6 pinpoint probe from XP. So what do you get? You get the probe, a pouch, a lanyard and a charging cable, plus instructions on how to use it. But this video is just going to run through the exciting features within the MI-6. Lots of people are asking, do I need an XP Deus to use this probe? Well, the answer is no. Inside the MI-6 you've got 7 factory preset programs. Programs 1 to 6 are just for the probe on its own, and program number 7 enables communication with the XP Deus version 4. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the MI-6. It's tough, it's rugged, it's rechargeable. You get up to 90 hours use out of this probe if used with the Deus. It's waterproof up to 6 meters. It floats. And it's got some pretty other nifty features which I'm going to cover later on in this video. But first of all, let's talk about the factory preset programs. Programs 1 to 6. They're all accessed via the push button, which is mounted inside the rubber pad, which makes it waterproof and weatherproof. Okay, to turn the pitch from pitch to bleep, to turn the LED on and off, or turn the vibrate on and off, it's exactly the same process. From the off position, you switch the probe on, you keep the button pressed down, you wait for the melody, and you press the button in a sequence. So if you want pitch bleep, you press it once. If you want LED, you press it twice. If you want vibrate, you press it 3 times. Let me demonstrate just on program number 1. I won't run through them all, but just to give you an idea on how it works. So we're going to now change the tone from pitch to bleep. Turn it on, keep the button held. Now quickly press it. Now we're in bleep. If we wanted to switch to pitch, we turn the probe off, press and hold the button, melody, press it once. Now we're in pitch mode. The MI-6 has 2 different audio modes, pitch or pulse. Now pulse is a conventional sound on most probes. However, pitch is slightly different. It's got a VCO audio which intensifies the closer you get to the target. It's a very efficient way of finding the target quickly. Pitch and pulse modes both have the same performance. It's just the way they register the target in the ground. Right, we've explained how to change the settings on the MI-6. Now how do we change the programs? Once again, this is a button press sequence, but it's slightly different to the earlier ones. The earlier sequence was from the off position. The programs are from the on position. Let me explain. The probe is switched on and in use. Now you've got 6 programs. 1, 2 and 3 are audio power 1, power 2, power 3. Programs 4, 5 and 6 are silent power 1, power 2, power 3. Now power 3 may be a little bit too strong for your environment. We recommend you use power 2 for most of your search settings. So let me demonstrate how to get programs 1 to 6. So the probe is switched on, press and hold the button until you get the melody. There's 7 tones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. It changes in pitch, so you know what setting you're in. And then the probe reverts back to the search mode. So we are in audio power 3. The MI-6 is charged via a USB port. You can use a mobile phone charger, whatever, as long as it's got the USB connector in it. It's charged up by unscrewing the waterproof cap. You can see the seal on it there, and simply plug it in. You'll see the light flashing. It takes about 3 hours to fully charge a probe from flat. Now battery life, you get about 90 hours to an MI-6 probe, and that's pretty good. But there's a few things you need to know. 90 hours is if you're using it with the Deus. If you're not using it with the Deus, your battery life will seriously decrease. For example, if you're using the vibrate mode, that takes your battery life down to 30 hours. If you're using the audio mode, again, that is 30 hours battery life. LED and vibrate, that takes you down to 10 hours. And also, if you've got LED, vibrate and audio, that's 10 hours again. So we recommend, if you want to get the maximum battery life out of your MI-6, is to use it with the Deus. Okay, so how do we get the MI-6 to communicate with the Deus? Well, the process is called pairing. It's really simple. Let me run you through it. First of all, switch on your Deus, select options, pinpointers, and then you'll get an on screen saying press the on button while waiting for 8 seconds. The MI-6 is switched off at the moment, so what we're going to do is press and hold the button for 8 seconds until we get the on screen. So here we go, press the button. At the moment I'm already in factory preset number 7. And there we go, we get the serial number come up, everything is paired, it all went well and it took a matter of seconds. Press the back button and we're back into the display screen. When paired with the Deus, you've got a whole new menu on the Deus screen. You've got further adjustments. You've got 50 levels of sensitivity. You've got a pitch adjustment when in the pulse mode, so you can change the audio pitch up or down. And you can also quickly change between pitch and pulse mode. There's 3 factory preset programs and a spare slot where the user can save his favourite programs in number 4. It's worth remembering when you're in program number 7 of the MI-6, there's no audio sound. This is all dealt with through the Deus, so just make sure you're not switched on when the Deus is off. The beauty of the MI-6 is, when paired to the Deus, when you turn the MI-6 on, the coil switches off. When you turn the MI-6 off, the coil switches on. And this eliminates all EMI. If you only have the WS4 or WS5 headphones, you can still use the MI-6 with them. And this is how to pair them. First of all, go to the menu. Scroll down until you find coil. Then press the plus button until PP, pinpoint menu, is visible. Press and hold the plus button for 3 seconds until the PP starts flashing. Now you press and hold the pinpoint button for 8 seconds and it will pair. The pinpoint button serves another purpose. When depressed, you can retune or detune the probe to suit your soil conditions or targets. For example, if you've got hot soil and the probe sounds off, briefly press the pinpoint button when you're touching the soil, and this will detune it to the soil so you don't get any false signals. Another way is, if your probe goes out of shape and starts making a few noises, put it in the air, quickly press the pinpoint button and it will retune. This spade represents a large target and it's very difficult to detect. It's all over the place. I can't tell you whether it's in this side, or at the bottom. So just by quickly pressing the button, I've detuned it and made it a lot easier. I can still do it again, make it even smaller, and again, and again. As you can see now, I've detuned the probe and I've made my signal detection a lot easier. You may have noticed that the MI-6 has got its own dedicated pouch and lanyard. Now the pouch is quite special because it rotates 360 degrees, so it doesn't matter where you mount it, whether it be on your belt, your rucksack, your webbing, your bag, you can rotate it so the position fits perfectly. This test demonstrates the difference in depth the probe can achieve from a starting point of factory preset, which is program number 3, and the user adjustments, which goes up to 50. I've got a Euro coin here. We're just going to do a depth test to see how deep this coin goes on factory preset. probe on, we're straight into the screen. There you go. I'll mark that with a black pen. Now we're going to turn the sensitivity up, but I may need to retune the probe as it's going up. Menu, sensitivity. I'm at 50, I just need to press it once to retune it. Now let's do the same test again. Mark it with a red pen. As you can see, by making simple adjustments you can get a lot more depth out of your MI-6. So that's a short video on the MI-6 pinpointer from XP. I think we've covered everything, all the programs and the button presses, the sequences, the Deus menu which gives you expert options. Yeah, so what more can I say? A fantastic... we have a small problem. I've lost it. Which brings me on to the very, very last feature. Options, pinpointers, research. Press the research. It's over there somewhere. Found it.